Really important topic. How much milk does your baby need, and how do you know if you have enough breast milk? Constant question. Because again, everybody stresses on that. And then the baby that cries and doesn't stop crying, the first thing that comes here, you don't have enough breast milk. And that's enough to take out the confidence in you.
The production will be.
So how much milk does your baby really need? That's the size of your newborn baby's stomach.
Oh.
But stomach will expand.
It does expand. But how much do you think that baby needs? That's why you have few drops of colostrum. The baby already has some mucus left over from inside. Baby already has some amniotic fluid left over inside. And you're feeding the baby colostrum, which is thick milk. It is like giving a McDonald's French fries and burger meal. How you are very satisfied for a long time. So that colostrum along with that, so once babies have that first feed, they will sleep for 5, 6, 7 hours without waking up. Because one is of course the stress of labor, they have also gone through that labor just like we have. But the second thing is they don't eat much. So if somebody comes and tells you you don't have enough breast milk, what are you going to say? I know.
So you said that normal delivery is good for the mother, and cesarean is good for the baby.
It's actually the opposite. It's actually the opposite. It's good for both mother and baby is the first thing. So even if you go through a period of labor, and actually Krishnan put up this article, in the last blog he has put it up, if you go through a period of labor, all that process actually ensures that the baby gets not only all that squeeze that we talked about, which helps empty out the lungs, and then the respiratory distress is not only less in the immediate period, but also long-term risk of asthma and all of that is less. But there is more research which is saying that especially after the bag of waters is broken, if the mother is allowed to labor, remember we talked about this, that is the reason why babies come out of the vagina, because they are getting used to all that flora and getting more immune to all that system. So if the bag of waters is broken and the hospitals give some time for the mother to labor, even if it lands up in a cesarean at some point, the baby still got all this. The flora of the intestine, the flora of the vaginal passage, which has admitted maybe some of the everything. So absolutely, I would want each one of you to labor well. Most of you will have a good birth, and again I say, it is not the outcome. That is not in our hands. I cannot promise you, nor anybody can promise you that you will have a normal delivery or you will have a cesarean. But if you have done all the right things, your body and the baby is going to get the benefit of that. Whatever happens at the end will be because it is best for mother and baby. Let it be that and not be that driven by time. I have, XYZ hours, you have not dilated. None of those should be really a thing that should be. Sometimes mothers are, they're exhausted. They say, I'm done. I really don't want to go anymore. That's also okay. But it has to be for whatever correct reason and not for just because somebody is looking at the clock and saying you are done. Okay, good. So this is the size of the, and so like you said, this is the size of a 3-day baby tummy. So it has grown. And guess how it has grown? It's grown by taking multiple feeds. There is elastic tissue, and this is the time when mom gets her milk in. So from colostrum, mother's milk is coming in, stomach has expanded to just be at the right stage. And it does grow rapidly. That's the size of a 10-day baby tummy. So it has grown in size again. By now, more feedings are established. Usually moms are feeding their baby 8 to 12 times in a day, and they are kind of, that baby has adjusted to that. And what's this? 1 month.
1 month.
Okay. Anyone else? 3 months. Okay. That's the size of the other tummy. We all just eat much more than we need to. And expand, but you really